The role of women in Islam is a topic often misunderstood due to cultural practices and stereotypes. Islam, however, honors and grants significant rights to women which were revolutionary for their time and remain relevant today. Clearing misconceptions about women in Islam. Islam emphasizes that men and women are spiritually equal in the eyes of Allah. The Qur'an states, indeed, the Muslim men and Muslim women, the believing men and believing women. Allah has prepared for them forgiveness and a great reward. This verse makes it clear that both genders are equally valued for their faith and deeds. Misinterpretations from cultural practices. Some practices restricting women's rights are cultural rather than Islamic. These practices can vary across regions and often conflict with Islamic principles. For instance, forced marriages and denying education are cultural issues, not religious ones, as Islam strongly advocates for the freedom and education of women. The rights Islam grants to women. A right to education. Islam encourages both men and women to seek knowledge. The Prophet Muhammad said, "Seeking knowledge is an obligation upon every Muslim." Women's access to education is essential in Islam, as it not only empowers them personally but also contributes to the well-being of the entire society. Right to choose in marriage. Islam requires a woman's consent in marriage, and she has the right to accept or reject a marriage proposal. Forced marriage goes against Islamic principles. The Prophet Muhammad annulled a marriage where the woman's consent was not obtained, showing his commitment to respecting women's autonomy. Right to dignity and protection. Islam emphasizes respect and protection for women's dignity. The Prophet Muhammad said, "The best of you are those who are best to their wives." This teaching encourages kindness, respect, and understanding towards women, especially within families. Examples of prominent women in Islamic history. Khadija bint Khuwaylid, the first wife of the Prophet Muhammad, was not only a successful businesswoman but also the first person to embrace Islam. Her unwavering support, wisdom, and wealth played a crucial role in the early development of Islam. She is honored as a model of faith, strength, and independence. Aisha bint Abu Bakr. Aisha, another wife of the Prophet, is renowned for her knowledge and intelligence. She was one of the most prolific narrators of hadith, and her knowledge of fiqh made her a respected scholar. Her contributions show the importance of women's scholarship and leadership in Islam. The role of women as leaders, scholars, and contributors. Women in Islamic scholarship. Historically, Muslim women have contributed extensively to scholarship. From the time of the Prophet to later Islamic civilizations, women were respected as teachers, jurists, and scholars. Women's influence in family and society. Islam values the role of women as mothers, sisters, and daughters, emphasizing that their influence begins at home but extends into society. The Prophet Muhammad stated, "Paradise lies under the feet of mothers," highlighting the respect Islam accords to women's contributions in nurturing the next generation. The significance of women's role in Islam. Equality, not uniformity. Islam recognizes the unique strengths and roles of women, granting rights that respect these qualities. While roles may sometimes differ from those of men, this does not imply inequality. Islam promotes equality by ensuring that women have access to spiritual, social, and economic rights. Empowering women through Islam's teachings. Islam empowers women by granting them rights and acknowledging their spiritual, intellectual, and social contributions. The stories of prominent women in Islamic history reflect the honor, respect, and value Islam places on women. Addressing and correcting misconceptions about women in Islam helps reveal the truth.